What's up, guys? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Also, please smash that like button on the video and enjoy the show.
I would really love to see both of you guys do a deep dive together, whether it be on another video or on your channel or something, like a deep dive analysis of the Twitter files, and get your opinion on that.
I am super interested in that now. So you guys have referenced it so many times, and I kind of look at it and I'm like, what were these emails going back and forth?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that, I didn't think they were that surprising. I don't think it's great at all. I think it's problematic, but I would...
You also have to look at context again too, guys. What were the years? What were the years of the Twitter files?
Everything leading up to when he took over the company, right?
Yeah, it went all the way back to like a decade. Probably.
Oh, wow. Give me a year. Give me a starting year.
You can probably look it up, Steven.
Roughly when Trump was becoming was president, right?
So what else was happening at the same time?
Leading up to the election.
What else was happening at the same time, guys? The whole world was afraid of?
COVID?
We're talking 14, 15?
15,
no.
16
This is more, this is when he was, I believe, we'll check, Stephen, please check it, but I believe it was more like when he was already president.
Also, I wouldn't trust
There may have been stuff that went back, but...
Okay, let's read the top part. Let's read the top part. The Twitter files are a series of internal Twitter documents that were published 2022, 2023. Documents include emails, Slack chats between Twitter employees discussing company policy.
Before the 2020 election.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
So from 2016 to 2020, you had the whole, from 2015 to 2020, you had the whole world waking up to the fact that Russia meddled in the elections.
Yes.
And that Russia meddled in the elections using social media.
Yes.
So the whole world, every government agency in the United States was extremely focused on how do we prevent additional meddling in social media. It's 9/11 all over again, only with a different focus. But now they're very focused on social media has no regulation, has no left and right boundaries, has no law-abiding requirement for authentication. And it's an active tool of Russian meddling and probably Iranian meddling and Chinese meddling.
Everyone, yeah.
But we think that now in 2023, we look at that and we're like, oh, that's obvious.
And then they banned the real story.
Was not obvious in 2014. Was not obvious in 2015.
And then you had idiots from my organization, Strzok and, McCabe and all those people that just facilitating that belief. Facilitating it.
So that would make...
By texting each other.
Yeah, I would feel better. I don't like having you comment too deeply on stuff that you haven't had a chance to review yet with stuff like that. I'd feel better really talking about it once you've done that. And you may have some of the same answers, by the way. I don't know. But I get what you're saying with some fears. My issue reading through those, and again, I say for me it wasn't that big a deal because nothing surprised me in there. It was all an issue. But to me it was...
It's crazy to have confirmation, though.
Yeah, we don't even want people talking about these things, period, regardless of who they are. And that's always a problem because that's where a precedent of something that's different, like a stellar win, could actually get to where it is a problem for people to be able to give their opinion or be, like you were talking about earlier, you get jailed in Thailand if you say something against the royal family. This isn't there. Let's be clear about that. But this is that slippery slope that could go there. When you have and in fairness, they caught both White Houses doing this. They caught Trump and Biden's White Houses doing this.
Yep.
When you have, I don't give a fuck who's in power. When you have a White House, not even agencies, the White House, elected officials emailing a social media company saying, "What are we doing about person X?" Which is, that's straight out of the recordings you used to listen to. What are we doing about fucking, little Paulie over there? Oh, yeah. He's gone.
How'd you like to have that job?
And then you see that it happened and they did do it. That's a problem. But again, I want you to actually look. It's not fair to
I would be interested to look into it.
Yep.
Yeah. But on a similar vein, though, one thing we haven't talked about today that I wanted to make sure we get to is the AI stuff. Because obviously, that's exploded in awareness popularity this year, but it's not new. They've been working on this for years and years and years. You were there 2007 to 2014. You were FBI all the way up until 2018. So it's probably some form of a different answer, but is this something you came across in your career or it was discussed and there were potential, those doors of possibility where you guys assess confidence levels of how this is going to go? Did you have any see through to that, or was that not really a part of anything you did?
So it's important to understand that AI, like you said, has been around for a long time. It was called machine learning before it was called AI.
Yep.
It was called automation before it was called machine learning, right? Intelligent design. There's all sorts of things and I was using tools in 2007 that were driven by machine learning
Really?
because machines learn faster than humans.
Yeah.
And with almost all cutting edge technology, the first investor is the US federal government, especially if the technology has any kind of benefit or application to national security, right? So, I mean, I saw that myself in 2007. Were we estimating the confidence or the likelihood that AI would ever be whatever it's called when it becomes self-aware, right? Were we ever
Sentient.
Yeah. Were we worried about sentient AI
Conscious.
coming over or taking over civilization? Nobody put any effort or time into that. That does not have rational impact to national security. But we were absolutely thinking about how could this kind of tool be used by a foreign adversary to do anything from create false covert influence documentation, deep fake videos, deep fake audio. I mean, those conversations have been happening for long before the capability was clear and present.
Yeah, because you've referenced
Agreed.
it in passing on previous podcasts about
Yeah.
like how ubiquitous some of that stuff has been in
Yeah.
your world for a long time. Because it's just fascinating that like it seems like now in the public there's an app for everything, right? Or
Yeah.
you know, a tool online, whatever it may be. And you know, I like stopped looking at it for a couple years because I was really reading a lot about it in like 2017, 2018, 2019, like crazy. And I'm like, where is it? And I'm like, oh, maybe it's not coming. And then boom, it comes. I'm always like a little fascinated by that because it's almost like it's a planned rollout, you know, and I don't think that's a product thing because if they've had it, like it was it had to be a moneymaker for tech companies. So like, why are they waiting until 2023 to put it out? And the real question is how much farther along, like, are they behind the scenes on this stuff?
Well, the only experience I had 2013. So, and you know, not to really talk about it, but clearly it was where it needed to be at that point.
10 years ago. 10 years ago.
So, I mean, it was eye opening and a little scary, to be honest.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.